Good morning, everyone. Appreciate everybody being here today. And I'm almost as new as you are. I've only been here a couple of weeks, so I'm still trying to find my way around a little bit as well. But I am familiar with mentors and the impact they can have. And a lot of our success, and this will be my 5th school, has been through the mentors and the support of the mentors and our business partners as well. It's been very successful. And certainly someone who needs no introduction from me, who's also been very successful with mentors and businesses and certainly with school districts, is our superintendent, Jackie Pons. Jackie.
Thank you, Ray.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Ray. First, I want to thank all of you for being here today. This is a very important day, and there's a lot of people that are helping us with this new initiative of trying to get 500 new mentors. First, I want to recognize Betsy McCauley, who has established one of the best mentor programs in the state of Florida here in Leon County. And Betsy, I want to thank you for what you've done and making us, establishing us as one of the best mentor school districts probably in the state. So thank you for your leadership. I also want to thank Rocky Hanna, who is taking this initiative for me with Betsy. We'll be working together on this. We'll be traveling out, meeting with state agencies. Rocky and also our Assistant Superintendent Barbara Wills has agreed that we're going to make this a priority. We've got a lot of individuals involved in this throughout the community, and this is a community event. Just if you look around today at some of the people that are here, you know, the governor's office has agreed to be part of this. DOE Commissioner Tony Bennett has already started an initiative that Betsy and Rocky were at the other day of already recruiting mentors to help us to get to that level of 500. So we want to thank them for that. The United Way is represented here with Heather Mitchell, her team. They're going to help us with this. They're already involved in our schools through reading. We're excited about that partnership. So another group that's involved. Also, we're going to reach out to Volunteer Florida is here. They've agreed to help us with all the state agencies. We have posters that we'd like to get into every state agency. So we're excited about that partnership. One of the most important individuals that are here today is Bill Shields, who represents First Baptist Church. And I want to thank him because one of the next steps we'll have is reaching out to our faith-based community, and hopefully that they'll be able to adopt schools. And I talked to Stanley Walker yesterday at Tabernacle, who has adopted NIMS before, and he's going to get on board with us. So today's a special day as we thank everybody as we embark on trying to get 500 new mentors. Our theme is sometimes the best way to stand up for a child is to sit down. And think about with what's going on around our country every day and with things that are happening, what a difference mentors could make through communities throughout our nation, throughout our state. And as I sit here today and driving over here with Dr. Wills, we were talking about what an impact these 500 mentors could have on 500 children right here in our school system. Recently, we passed a half-penny sales tax with almost 70% of the vote. And that night, I realized something that I'd never realized before, is that this community is so supportive of education. They get it. They want to help. And that's an example of Republicans, Democrats, independents, everybody coming together for one common purpose. And that's what our mentor program can be. It can be the entire community coming together. Think about in our faith-based community, if every church, every organization adopted a school that's close to them. Think about what would happen if every business allowed their employees to go out 30 minutes a week, even though we'd like to have them an hour, but even if they allowed them to go out 30 minutes a week and just read with children, just encourage them, what a difference this could make for our school system. So we know we have a special community. We know we've got an opportunity for all of us to come together to do something very important. But the next step will be, really comes down to individuals in our community. And that's who I'm reaching out today with all the individuals that are here today to let you know that we want you in our schools. I talk to people every day that say, well, I'm not sure, what would I do? Do you really need me? We want you to be part of this. And even if you'll commit to give us 30 minutes a week, we want to give you an opportunity to be part of our system. So today we launched this program. I know when I said 500, we were first talking about it. Rocky and I were talking about maybe going 1,000. I said, well, let's start with 500. Let's start, because everybody's eyes kind of jumped up. But I think 500, again, would be a great goal for us. Another thing I wanted to talk about just briefly is the role of our school board. Joy Bowen will speak today. We have a great school board. Dee Dee Rasmussen has done so much. In fact, she just joined us. Dee Dee's done so much with college students, with service learning, getting our students involved in mentoring. And that's another part of this. So we thank her for that. The support, Dee Crumpler is already mentoring in our schools. Forrest Van Camp is very supportive of this initiative, along with Maggie Lewis Butler. Joy is going to speak today. So our entire school board is on board with this, and they've been involved in this process from day one, and they've helped me put this together. So again, I'm excited about this as we move forward. And everybody that's here today, I want to ask you to join me, and we want to line each and every one of you up. Even if you're here taking pictures today, you can mentor, and we want to get you involved, and we encourage you to be part of this. But thank you very much, and I'm very excited about this initiative.
Good morning, and thank you for being here. I am absolutely excited to be a part of this initiative. And while the superintendent is calling it new, it's new because we are trying to recruit even more of our friends and neighbors to be a part of this mentoring process and the program that we have here. When I think about what we'll be able to do for the girls and boys of this county by just being with them, when we say we're going to be with them, how that will make them feel. So today, this 500 additional mentors will just be another layer on the cake of support that we get from you, our friends and our neighbors in Leon County. When I have a chance to mentor, and I do on an often basis, I look at the eyes of the little boy or the little girl that I'm with, and they are looking forward to me being where I say I'm going to be at the time. There is just such a smile on their face and a look of thankfulness in their eyes. And so we can't pay you to volunteer, but I will tell you what the reward will be. That child who will have in his mind or hers for years to come that you, a citizen who didn't know them until you registered and signed up to be a part of this program with them, will think of you and the wonderful things that you can talk to them about, the opportunities, have them share with you some of their perhaps innermost thoughts. And I know some people out there are going to be thinking, but these children have parents. We never said they didn't have parents. We are asking you to step forward and to give back. When I was an advisor and on the staff of the Vice President of Student Affairs at Florida State University, advising men in student organizations, I would always say to them, each one, reach one, teach one. And so to my friends and neighbors, I'm going to say to those of you who just have some time and you want to do something with it, you're tired of shopping and you're tired of fishing and doing those other things, come to a Leon County school, meet a boy or girl at least once a week, maybe twice. Talk to that child. Have them to get to know you. They may not look like you. That may be a good thing. I think it's that kind of relationship that can be formed and should be formed when we talk about the relevancy of being good people, good citizens, wanting to excel academically. So I ask you today to be a part of this opportunity on behalf of your Leon County School Board. These are our children, we're your board, and I know that we're going to get more than 500 volunteers, Mr. Superintendent. I just believe that, don't you?
I do.
Thank you so much.
I love listening to her speak. You just want to run out the door and start screaming, yeah, let's go, let's go. You just give halftime motivation speeches for football teams. I'm Rocky Hanna, and I want to personally thank the superintendent for giving me an opportunity to work with Dr. Wills and Betsy McCauley in this initiative, and I'm very excited. You mentioned something about individuals, and one individual that I would like to thank, and I know the superintendent would as well, is Steve Ufelder. who approached the superintendent several months ago. Years ago, Mr. Ufelder created a statewide initiative with then Governor Bush, and he came back to the superintendent wanting to kind of reinvent on a larger scale what had been done in the past but kind of dwindled away. The superintendent embraced it, as has the Commissioner of Education and our local state agencies. I can tell you as a former high school principal, now more than ever before, kids need positive adults in their lives. They just do. Given the situation that we have throughout the country with crime and violence and teenagers, they need positive figures in their life that can help lead them. I'm excited about the opportunity also to recruit those of us that are now out on West Pensacola Street and people at the Department of Education. We talk so much about educational policy and the FCAT and the PARC and the Common Core and, but I'm afraid at times we may lose sight of what our kids and what our schools look like. What does Sable Palm look like? What does a kid at Sable Palm look like? So I'm going to actively recruit employees on West Pensacola Street. I know Commissioner Bennett and is going to recruit members of Department of Education because we're the ones making the policy. We're the ones talking about school grades all the time. But let's look at who we're impacting. So again, I want to thank Steve Ufelder. He's a good friend to Leon County Schools and has been for a number of years, and the superintendent for jumping on board. And again, I'm very excited about the future and where we're going with this program. Next, I'd like to bring up Heather Mitchell, who is with the United Way. She'd like to say a few words about their Reading Pals program, I'm sure, and what their plans are. Heather?
Thank you, Rocky. Well, I have to tell you, I am super excited to be here today. And the reason I am super excited to be here today is because a year ago, we stood in a school very similar to this in our community, and we launched a program with the school district called Reading Pals. We were one of 10 United Ways in the state with a grant from Carol and Barney Barnett to do this work, and our goal was to move the needle on third grade FCAT reading scores. We started with 170 mentors, and I'm here to tell you today, Superintendent Pons, that we will commit to you 250, so we will get you halfway to your 500 next year.
Wow.
You are welcome. We have already recruited 150 of those 250, so we're looking for 100 more. We are going to expand the program in two other ways. We are going to expand it from K to 2 to K to 3, and we're going to add 2 new schools, one of them being Springwood Elementary. But I have to tell you, the Reading Pals program is amazing, and it would not be possible today without Ray King, who I am thrilled to see as the principal at Sable Palm, because Ray helped us build our curriculum for Reading Pals, which is completely and totally unique. There is no other curriculum like it in the state. We are very proud of that. And we're also happy to share with you results from our program this past year. 40% of the children that went through our program saw improvement. And that's a very big deal when you talk about improving scores in a reading arena in school-age children. So we are thrilled to be your partners. We are thrilled to throw down the 250. We want to see who's going to match us. We're going to put a challenge out there for it. And if you're interested, I've heard a lot of people say today, sign up. I actually have the process by which you can do it. Here's our flyer. We need 100 more for our Reading Pals program. It's an after-school program, and we would love to have you. We will train you. It's 1 hour a week for 25 weeks, and you're right. It makes such a tremendous difference in a child's life, and we invite you to join us in doing that. So thank you for allowing us to be a part of it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Heather. Well, she threw down the gauntlet, that's for sure. Next, the superintendent mentioned something about Reverend Bill Shield. He came to me several months ago and hadn't been in town very long and just gotten started and said, you know what? We want to lead the way with our faith-based organizations in Tallahassee and Leon County. First Baptist Church wants to step up, adopt a school, and recruit adult mentors for the children in our community. So at this time, I'd like for Reverend Shield to come up and say just a few words.
Thank you, Rocky, and thank you, Superintendent Pons, and for Principal King. We are so delighted to be here at Sable Palm. I want to introduce a couple of folks to you. Rhonda Smith, who is our children's minister, and Aaron Westbury, who is our communications director, and we're just a small part of a very large team that is working together to mentor and to be a part of the lives of at-risk children and their families. Published reports indicate that when a child is in a one-to-one caring relationship with an adult, they are 46% less likely to initiate drug use, 27% less likely to initiate alcohol use, 1/3 less likely to be violent, and 50% increase in school attendance. It's powerful what happens when an adult begins to care for a child. And Superintendent Pons and everyone behind me has issued a clarion call for people to step up. Well, one of those places where the needs of people's lives and the needs of our schools really converge is in our faith community. And so I want to just extend an invitation to all of my colleagues and all those people of faith in Leon County to be a part of this incredible initiative. We only need 500 mentors, and since already we have 250 reading pals committed, you can do the math, and you can imagine how easily we could achieve this goal if every congregation in our county were able to step up and simply partner with one school. If one congregation takes one school for mentors to mentor one child 1 week, 1 hour at a time, you can imagine the impact that we could have. And today I'm pleased to announce that we are partnering with, as the First Baptist Church of Tallahassee, partnering with this elementary school right here at Sable Palm. This is the official launch of our partnership right here, where we will not only be able to provide mentors, but reading pals as well as volunteers for this campus. And so, Principal King, we are so delighted to be a part of this work here on your home turf. We believe in just simply serving the needs of this community wherever they need us the most, and certainly right here the needs of education are incredible, but the opportunities are tremendous. We've already been trained in the Great Commission. It's time now for people of faith to live out the Great Commandment, to love our neighbors as ourselves. We can set aside our needs to proselyte and do the one thing that transcends the needs of every community, to demonstrate love in action. We don't go on campus to sell our brand of faith. We go with eyes and ears, hands and hearts and feet to simply listen to a child and to share hope and life with everyone who needs it. So we will volunteer and serve and offer hot dogs and reading books, play basketball, tutor, assist, whatever it takes. You can imagine if every elementary, middle, and high school principal had a cohort of mentors to back them up. Every parent had a caring adult to pour their lives into a child, to partner with parents. We could do more than just simply keep children from being left behind. We could change the lives of not only children, but I'll be honest with you, from my own experience mentoring, it actually changes the life of the mentor even more. So join with us today to say that I have made a difference in the life of one person outside of my immediate family. And when you mentor a child, you can make really a lifelong difference in the life of that individual. Thank you for allowing us to be a part of this.
Thank you, Reverend. I'm glad I got to speak before him and not didn't have to follow that. Wow, that was very powerful. Thank you so much for being here. Next, I'd like to bring up Chester Spellman, who is the CEO of Volunteer Florida, who is helping recruit all of our state agencies here in Tallahassee. Chester?
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Well, it is my pleasure to be here. I definitely have a tough act to follow, but this is a great group, and we are so excited at Volunteer Florida to be a part of this initiative. Superintendent Pons, we just really commend you for your efforts and your hard work with this initiative. At Volunteer Florida, I have the privilege every day to hear stories of how mentors make an impact in the lives of children. And I was going to read some of these statistics, but Reverend, you covered them so eloquently. But we all know the importance of mentoring. And I've been a mentor myself. I look forward this next year to mentor in Leon County Public Schools. And I've seen firsthand how you can change the life of a child through just giving, even as little as 1 hour a week. Our role at Volunteer Florida is to administer the Florida Mentoring Partnership, working with Steve Uhlfelder and many other mentoring partners across the state. We're going to begin by focusing here in Leon County, seeking to engage state employees. And I think with state employees alone, we can get to that 500 goal. So I think we can easily surpass that. But it's our honor to be here to work with all of you, to work with the Department of Education and the Governor's Office in seeking to mobilize state employees to use their 1 hour of admin leave to mentor in schools. Thank you.
Thank you, Chester. There are some other agencies that are playing a part as well. Take Stock in Children is represented. I met recently with Louis Garcia in Big Brothers Big Sisters. So there are lots and lots of opportunities. Heather mentioned United Way and Reading Pals. And I want to bring up, Superintendent mentioned earlier, Betsy McCauley, who is the rock star in Leon County with Leon County Schools with volunteers and mentoring. So Betsy, why don't you come on up here and give them some contact information and tell them how they can get involved. I know the superintendent has a mentee right over here. I believe she attends Sable Palm. Does she attend Sable Palm? Rudiger. I'm sorry, Rudiger Elementary. So superintendent has a mentee. I'm going to mentor a student at NIMS Middle School, and again, issue a challenge to everyone on West Pensacola Street. I'm coming in just a few minutes. I'm coming back. DOE's engaged, so it's very exciting. So Betsy, we don't want to miss an opportunity. Tell them how they sign up.
That's right. Well, my job is to close the sale, as my insurance salesman brother would say. It's wonderful to have people encourage folks, but now's the time when I ask people to sign on the dotted line or make that phone call or click on the internet, because you've heard what we've had to say about mentoring, and I have to kind of close my eyes and think back to 1985 when we started at Gilchrist Elementary with 8 folks that we're mentoring. And so this is going to definitely be the highlight year for us if we reach our goals, which I know we will. So get your pen out, use your telephone, record this. You want to call 487-7800. That's the Leon School Volunteer Office, and we'll be happy to assist you. We will have in August at least 6 scheduled mentor trainings, and 3 of them are in the evening. So you can leave work and come get trained. We already have there 4 Reading Pal trainings scheduled, so you can go that route. And you can also click on our new mentor website, www.sitdown4kids. So that's going to be easy to get to, and that's also going to be displayed on the Leon County School webpage. So it's easy to find us, phone, internet, smoke signal, you can find us. But we would be happy to help you. And the training, we give you all the tips on how to be a good mentor, help you find an appropriate school, and help you find an age group that you're comfortable working with. We would love to have you come help us kid, because I assure you, you're going to feel better about yourself. You're going to say, this is the best thing I have ever done, and I would love to see you in one of our classes. Thank you.
Again, I want to thank all the individuals that are here today. I also want to thank the Tallahassee Democrat. They're possibly going to partner with us on this also, which is very, very exciting. If you looked at some of their campaigns related to Go Pink and other initiatives, that could be a big help to us. And all the press that's here today for covering this. And again, we just want to reach out for additional partnerships. I know Volunteer Florida has a meeting with all the department heads. Is that the 31st or coming up? I'm going to take our team out there to that meeting. We have posters that are available that we can put into state agencies that will encourage individuals to mentor. And again, this is a chance for our community not to stand up, but to sit down and to mentor our children. But any questions, we'll take them individually. Everybody will be available. But again, thank all the press. We've got great coverage today, and thank you all for being here. And Chris, thank you for a good job setting this up as usual. Thank you all.